Breaking news out of South Fulton, where at any moment police will give an update to a shooting that sent two teams to the hospital. Let's listen in.
When units got there, they found two males struck by gunfire. Further investigation has shown that a 16-year-old was struck in the neck, but he's doing okay. He's at Grady Hospital. He's in surgery right now, so we just keep our prayers up for him. And a 17-year-old was struck as well at that scene. He's doing right now, he's stable with his condition as well. The great update is we actually have identified a suspect in this shooting. We have identified a suspect in this shooting. Later on, we will release that name to you, but right now we have identified a suspect in that shooting.
Is that person still at large?
That person is still at large right now.
Was he that person an employee of Taco Bell?
Yes, that person was an employee of Taco Bell, yes. Yes.
What was the scenario leading up to this shooting?
Scenario started when started at the drive-in. A verbal altercation took place at the drive-in, and that employee was outside of Taco Bell. He went inside and got a weapon, came back out. Words were exchanged with another vehicle that our victim was riding in. Upon those words being exchanged, that's when an exchange of gunfire took place, which caused those two victims to sustain gun wounds with their injuries.
You said exchange of gunfire. Did the victims fire at the worker?
Well, we're still looking. There was exchange of gunfire, so there was gunfire exchange from that car as well. We're still doing further investigation on that right now, but we have identified a suspect in this that actually started shooting and causing all this commotion down there.
The two victims were in the same car?
Yes.
Just to be clear, the employee
remain on scene initially, or did that individual leave after the shooting?
No, he was gone. He was gone.
So the employee went back inside the establishment, got a gun that he had at work.
Yes.
Began fighting,
Yes.
firing again.
Yes.
Captain, was this incident captured on surveillance video?
Lieutenant White, can you speak for that video?
Yes, that is correct.
Can you step up here? Can you say your name and spell it for me?
Lieutenant White, W-Y-C-H-E. And that is affirmed. There is video surveillance in reference to the incident that we have been able to observe as well, which is how we were able to identify the alleged suspect in this incident.
Yeah. And how is that going to help you in your investigation?
It's going to help a lot of ways. It narrows down the timeline. We can see pretty much, for the most part, everything that transpired. We can identify all parties that were involved. So it's going to be paramount in us making a decision as how we got to who we have as the suspect.
Can you tell us how this all started? Did it start inside? Were the two victims in the drive-through? Was it over an order?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay. Basically, there initially was a issue with dissatisfied customer. As the employees were dealing with this customer, another vehicle approached and words were exchanged. So that's when the alleged suspect and this car here had words exchanged and gunfire was exchanged between them as well.
So there was an exchange in the drive-through, and then this car parked?
No, it was just in the parking lot of the establishment.
Okay, were there multiple cars? I'm a little confused. Was it the people that were shooting that were dissatisfied
So
customers?
that customer had nothing to do with, no ma'am.
So the dissatisfied customer went off. He had nothing to do with it.
Nothing at all, no
The
ma'am.
other car came up and they had words with the...
Yes, ma'am.
Was that second car in the drive-through? Did it go through the drive-through?
No, sir. Had not go through the drive-through, no, sir. Yes.
The second car just pulls up. There's some exchange of words. He goes get a gun and shoots.
Yes, that is correct. Yes.
Were they upset about the line, or were they upset about their own order?
To my understanding, I believe it was just upset about their order. The order was prepared incorrectly.
That's the first guy.
Yes, that is correct. Yes.
Second guy didn't order food.
No, sir.
Well, with the second guy, was he upset about the wait, or what was he upset about?
To my understanding, he had not gotten in the line, so there was no line for him to be upset about.
Did they know each other?
That I have not confirmed.
One of the witnesses said they saw the employee holding an assault rifle. Do
Say-
you have any knowledge of that?
Say it again.
One of the witnesses told us that they saw the employee holding an assault rifle. Do you have any knowledge of that?
That is correct. We do have that on video surveillance, yes, ma'am.
So he brought an assault rifle to work?
As crazy as it sounds, yes.
And we know it was inside of the Taco Bell. He went into the Taco Bell to get it.
Yes, from what we're being told from the parties on scene, yes, it was inside the establishment, yes.
And what charges would he face once he's apprehended?
He can face a magnitude of charges, aggravated assault, basically per count for each individual that was on scene, damage to property. Depending upon his history, it could be possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. There's just a slew of charges that he could be actually facing.
And are the victims facing charges as well?
We're still looking into that because we found several evidence on scene with multiple different types of shell cases and rounds. So we're still investigating on our end, but we do have a party of interest right now.
Lieutenant, you just mentioned convicted felon. Is the Taco Bell one?
That I can't confirm that, but I'm saying if he is one, he could be facing that charge as well.
Well, as far as you know, gunfire was exchanged between the suspect and the victims, correct?
Yes.
But it's still unclear whether or not the victims will face charges.
That is correct. Yes, ma'am.
Do we know who fired first?
Based off the witness we have on scene right now, the person that we have an interest is going to be the party that we've identified now as the person that fired first.
The employees suspected were fired first.
Yes, ma'am.
What happened at the McDonald's?
At McDonald's is a totally different incident that happened as well. Simultaneously when this incident occurred, we're still investigating that one. That one's still fresh. We're still investigating that one. Upon gathering further information, we will release that information as well later on.
So you have no information about what happened?
We have information what happened, but we're still investigating it right now, trying to put everything together.
Did someone shoot up the McDonald's?
No.
They didn't shoot
No. We're still it's still an open investigation right now with that one.
I think I missed a step.
All right, so there is a lot to sort through in this story, as you heard in that press conference. Here's the recap. There was a customer at the Taco Bell in South Fulton that was upset that their order wasn't right. A fight then started. There was a Taco Bell employee who had brought an assault rifle to work. There is video of that Taco Bell employee holding the assault rifle. That employee is the suspect here. We have two teenagers in the hospital right now, a 17-year-old who was shot in the neck who is in surgery, also a 16-year-old who was hurt. Both are males. So two shot at the Taco Bell because of this fight. We'll keep working to gather all the information. We've got a crew there listening to the rest of the press conference, and we'll update you as we get more details.